Mongraal and MrSavage surely wouldn't be able to make it to the FNCS Grand Finals after Mongraal returned from his 2-year retirement, right? A rough start to the final day of the semi-finals saw 008 Agent Savage and 009 Agent Mongraal only get a few points, so they had it all to do in the last game of the upper bracket. An attempted height take goes incredibly well until Mongraal gets taken out, leaving MrSavage to solo clutch. Just about staying alive on low ground and getting a crucial refresh, it looks like MrSavage is actually about to solo clutch to grand finals. Finishing the game in 6th place, you'd think that they'd done enough to get to the promised land, so time to crack open a Flowberry Fizz and celebrate, right? Wrong. They were 1 place off and lost out on a tiebreaker, and they actually would have qualified if they stayed alive for just 1 more second. Now, they had it all to do in the lower bracket, which meant only the top 15 teams qualified, and worst news for MrSavage and Mongraal is that they're contested. The bad news continues into Game 1, as it's now MrSavage that goes down, leaving Mongraal to solo clutch, which he does in style, and keeps their dreams alive. With their early Storm Surge tags covered by the off-spawn fight, they have the freedom to get to a more central position inside of future zones. The 6th zone reveals itself in such a nice position and allows MrSavage to stay close to their position and get a nice central area of this zone. When the endgame comes along, the zones are incredibly unforgiving, and the changes in elevation mean that MrSavage does the smart thing and stays elevated throughout the whole game so they don't get caught down below. When the opportunity arises, MrSavage strikes and chops down height to help the duo take control of it. The duo quickly turns into a solo, as Mongraal can only do enough to ruffle the feathers of height before falling himself. Spurred on by the hundreds of thousands of viewers watching him live, MrSavage makes his way to the top of the hill in a not too dissimilar manner that we've seen him do with a Shadow Bomb all those years ago. This secures them the Victory Royale and claims their spot in the Grand Finals.